ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of StarCraft Inc. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of StarCraft Inc. In today's episode, we have something very strange. We are in an OBS match, a 1v1 versus between Sung, let me get this up here, and SSNYorosmai. This is a live match. Now, Yorosmai, generally a Zerg player, is going to... Holy Jesus, that was weird. I just had Skype pop up in front of me. Sung is... SSNYorosmai is actually a Zerg player on the SSN clan. And so this is going to be interesting to see. Probably a very, very, very heavy macro style as Protoss, what we're likely to see. As for Sung, he's an old practice partner of Yorosmai's. He's his main race is Protoss, but that being said, I have no idea how he plays. I've not watched him play before, so this should be an interesting match. A Zerg player playing Protoss off race, and actually I think Yorosmai rolled random and just hit Protoss. But anyway, so Sung playing his main race against an off race. But Yorosmai's mechanics are so incredible. If you've ever played 1v1 OBS with us, you've watched him go on like 9 or 10 game winning streaks just playing random, making everyone look silly. And he will go out with his scouting probe. That's about a 13 scout, and what that does is you get there in time to actually see something. Whereas if you go on 9, you go on 10, you don't necessarily see anything. Now the downside to this is that you aren't going to be able to scout the base that he's in, potentially. Look at this, a fast expand. That was like a 15 Nexus. We just saw a 15 Nexus from the Protoss player Sung, which is incredibly ballsy. He doesn't even know what race his opponent is, and he's really gambling on the fact that it's not going to be Protoss, but sorry to hear that it is, and a 4-gate could end this game right now. Sung, I really hope he knows what he's doing. Can you hold off a 4-gate with a 15 Nexus? Potentially against the average player, but against Yorosmai, I don't know, man. The micro from this player, the mechanics, the macro, everything is so incredibly strong, so incredibly tight, and it looks like there is a lot of chrono on this Nexus. I don't think that we're going to see anything other than a 4-gate, because there's no chrono going down on economy. And we are going to see that Cybernetics core finish. Warp Tech is now starting, and it will be chronoed out. I think we're going to see a 4-gate, and if that's the case, oh, it's going to be lights out for Sung. And there, Yorosmai scouts that Nexus. It is too late to cancel. That Nexus is finished. A pylon going down. This is committing, and oh my goodness, this is going to be over so fast if Yorosmai decides to, end this game. I mean, he could choose to toy with his opponent here. A Forge going down, maybe for cannons. I mean, it would have to be for cannons. What else would it be? Cannons probably going to go down in this choke here. If this turns into 4-gate Blinkstalkers, cannons won't even matter. We are seeing a Stalker go down to this location, scouting around for any kind of pylon or probe hiding in the corners, which is good. Just a very good thing to keep in mind. And we are going for that 4-gate. I mean, what else do you see in a PvP, right? However, this Warp Tech looks like it's going to be a little bit late, as it's 5:10. I don't know, maybe. Warp Tech comes at it around 5:40 average. Like, between the good players and the bad players, that's when it should come out. You can get it a little bit earlier than that, but I don't think it will. Yorosmai is dropping a pylon here. Sung actually, it looks like a Korean 4-gate. He's going to drop some more pylons behind enemy lines. This pylon will finish, and Warp Tech is going to finish soon too. We are going to see a Korean 4-gate here, ladies and gentlemen. That pylon goes down. This one is almost completed. I think it will finish in time for a warp, and we are going to see Zealots here, I think. Are the warp gates finished? More pylons probably have gone down. There's another one over here for Yorosmai, and a warp in of Zealots does come in. Oh, but the pylon goes down just in time. He loses his warp cycle, and he needs this pylon to finish for this to work. Yorosmai might lose this just to getting greedy. He could have just attacked the front door. And, oh my gosh, losing that warp cycle, that is awful. And losing the money invested in those pylons as well. So he's going to have to not fast expand, he's going to have to counter with an expand. I can't believe that Sung held this off. He shouldn't have been able to do that, but he did. Nah, you were good with all. Okay. Anyway. Oh! We're seeing a triple expand to overcompensate for the late second. I can't believe I didn't notice that at first. We're going to go to the production tab to make these things easier. Wow, word salad. Anyway, we're seeing double Stargate. This looks like a Combat X style right here, ladies and gentlemen. And a very unorthodox play indeed. A fast expanding PvP into double Stargate with cannons at the front door. I've never seen PvP played like this. Oh my goodness, I'm so curious as to how this is going to go. I mean, Yorosmai won't be able to saturate those two bases right away, and unless he really pumps out some military soon, he's going to be behind. I mean, I think he already is behind. Let's take a look at the income tab. Pink Protoss Song is way ahead, and he's been ahead for a long time. The supply is actually pretty even, though, as Yorosmai does have good macro mechanics. So even off one base, he can spit out a lot. We are going to see some Stalkers push forward and try to abuse the fact that this is all static defense and that Zealots don't have range. Because he's going double Stargate, he is going to pay for a lot of Zealots. He has to dump his minerals. Look, he was sitting at 400 for a while. These Stalkers are going to come in. They're going to see the cannons. They're going to find the Void Rays, probably, although the Void Rays will not have to engage if they don't want to. He is in range of the cannon, but no longer. He will be able to snipe this gateway. And oh my goodness, the fact that he knows that, and Sung now revealing his Void Ray. This is turning into an awesome game. Not your everyday PvP, man. This is actually pretty good. And these Zealots squeak through the wedge in the cannons. So good spacing there, giving himself the opportunity to actually leave his base with those Zealots. I like that a lot. Yorosmai actually already getting both his bases saturated. The mineral income for Yorosmai will be incredible. We are going to see him catching up. He's actually ahead already. 39 to 45 harvesters. He's going to be catching up, though, as Sung is not producing probes as fast. He's only got 2 Nexus to the 3 from Yorosmai. Sung now breaking his rocks to his 3rd. And I love that he went for the remote rather than trying to break his rocks. That was so good. However, Void Rays could make that difficult to hold. He's got no defense here, but the beauty of Protoss is those warpins, right? So spamming pylons to stay ahead of his own supply, although he was supply blocked. He's gonna get Blink, I imagine. Maybe DTs, as there is no Robo for his opponent. I think that would be a good play, but there are the cannons. I forgot about those. Oh, we might see carriers! Sung maybe going for carriers! And we have no carriers in production yet. Going back to the production tab. Just another Nexus, more Void Rays. We are looking at a reasonably large army. Not so much large as it is just deadly. Void Rays, man, hitting a good count. We've got 4 of them here, with a bunch of Zealots making things like Stalkers really have a hard time getting in under the Void Rays to kill them, even with Blink. So now Yorosmai is going to be killing the rocks to that 4th base. His Stalkers are at the tower, so they can catch Void Rays out of position. Void Rays coming down south. If they go east, they could cause some damage over here, although, like I said, Warpins make it pretty hard for any kind of air unit to harass in that way that is slow like the Void Ray. So, this is, I'm really enjoying this game so far. I did not expect it to go this way. I think that, Yorosmai did something that wasn't necessary, that Korean 4-gate, when he could have just straight up 4-gated the front door, and I think would have been much better off. But he's making the most of the situation, and at any rate, it made for a more entertaining game. And here come the Blink Stalkers down here to harass. I think that, oh no, it's going to get spotted, it's going to get denied, but Blink will get him out of there in more than enough time. He's going to get out of there, doesn't lose a single Stalker. That one is a little bit worried about the future, I think. Oh boy. So I'm going to set myself to busy because I know people are going to, there we go, I know I'm going to get messaged. But anyway, lots of Stalkers coming out for Yorosmai, and if he can get upgrades, weapons and armor upgrades for those, he will be in good shape against Void Rays. He needs to start pumping Warp Prisms. Warp Prisms and Observers, man, he needs those. He keeps supply blocking himself, though. The mechanics are a little bit different than Zerg, and I don't think he's quite used to that. There's a mothership out! Holy balls! Oh my god, that makes me so happy. And an OBS is coming out, but it won't be in time, as the mothership is right at his front door. He needs that out fast, but the Protoss player, Sung, does not have anything to spot that observer and destroy it. So once the observer is with Yorosmai's army, he will be fine against his mothership. And oh my goodness, he doesn't know! He doesn't know getting out of there with most of his army. He is shocked by the mothership. Force field's going down, trying to cut the zealots away from the rest of his army. He's killing half the army at a time, which is exactly what he needs right now. His zealots clean up his opponent's zealots, his stalkers assisting with that. The observer gets in the mix and he can now see those units that he needs to see, but the stalkers just aren't good against Void Rays when they are fully charged. Stalkers meld to the pure firepower of the Void Rays, and look at them go down. He needs to back off as those Void Rays are fully charged. However, he will be outproducing his opponent. He has enough gates to just mass spit out. Look, warp, chrono boost is what the word I was trying to come up with. He's trying to chrono boost all his gateways. Many probes going down. And Sung is spending his money a lot better than Yorosmai is, as Yorosmai is gas locked. He's coming in here with his stalkers. These Void Rays are all fully charged. There's really nothing Yorosmai can do to those while they're charged like that. However, they are losing their charge right now. This is Yorosmai's gap of opportunity. Oh my gosh, well those Void Rays were sitting still. Now there are so many that they don't even have. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of Void Rays. What a beautiful build by Sung. I like that a lot. There are a lot of stalkers out now. They do have weapons 1, and the mothership is backing off. He feels he's done enough damage, but this game is not over. In fact, it is quite even. We're seeing air weapons level 2 coming out for Sung, and that's really going to help him a lot. Stalkers on the ground supporting him from his opponent's stalkers. Blink needs to get done. He needs to... I don't know really what Yorosmai can do about this. This is such a unique play. Such a unique build. I've never seen this, especially in a PvP. Wow. Oh my goodness. He needs to kill that mothership, but he can't waste time shooting at it. Here he goes. Oh, get on that. The mothership is ahead of itself. Oh no, there we go. A weird use of that. He's getting under the mothership. The mothership goes down, which is so big for him, but I don't think he has enough firepower to deal with the Void Rays. If he needs to focus fire, but Sung has a lot of stalkers on the ground too, and due to the supporting stalkers, oh my god, Yorosmai, GG's out of this. Guys, I'm SSN Incarnum, and you're watching StarCraft Inc. Yorosmai, GG's to Sung with a very unique air style Protoss versus Protoss play.